The cooking is done. The moment of truth is almost upon us. So, Chef Michael, how are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Your first competition?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Fun?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun over there.
You were smiling. You look like you were enjoying yourself.
Yep.
So, you're presenting your dishes. Why don't you debrief for our judges? Tell us what you've done.
Okay, well, we'll start with the salad. We started thinking about doing some kind of play on a Waldorf, so that's exactly what we did. We have your apples and grapes, walnuts, there's some frisee in there, a little bit of spinach. And the reason we thought of that is because we could fry the goat cheese, and instead of having that mayonnaise element in the Waldorf salad that you typically have, we'd get that creamy element from the goat cheese. So that's where we went with that, and then we have the crunch from the tempura, a little crunch with the walnuts, and then there's a little apple syrup on there just because we thought it would be good and sweet. Be very nice.
Now the main course?
The main course, with this cold weather outside, we were thinking about doing something a little comforting for the judges today. So we did a little spin on chicken and dumplings, and we made some goat cheese dumplings. We got some Cajun chicken from the wedge, which is beautiful. We pan roasted that, and then we have some braised carrots and celery and some peas. We brought the sauce down and hit that with a little goat cheese too, so you get a double whammy there. And then for dessert, what we did was we took a spin on like a ladyfinger type dough, and we made little chocolate ladyfinger type cakes, and we made a goat cheese ice cream with a little bit of fig jam.
Chef Jeremy, how are you feeling?
Boy, was it really an hour? Wasn't it just 45 minutes?
You used the whole hour.
Boy.
Now let's see what Chef Jeremy cooked up. So run us through it.
We got our first course right here. This is a little, kind of like a little beat Napoleon. What I did is I got the goat cheese with a little pistachio, some honey, and I formed them, and I breaded them, and I just flash fried them real quick with a little bit of golden beets, and then served with a little bit of mosh, sunflower seeds, dressed with a little pomegranate reduction and an herb oil, a little fresh pomegranate seeds.
Great
Just
presentation too, okay?
This is a pan-roasted duck breast. We cured that with a little bit of lemongrass and a little, in kind of like a saltwater cure. And then that's served with a goat cheese risotto with a little bit of fresh herbs, a little au jus, and just a little bit of haricot vert beans that we got at the co-op.
And then time for dessert.
And then time for dessert, I decided to go out there and do a souffle. That is, you really whip up the egg whites, and then you fold in your base, and that's a goat cheese base souffle. Pop in the oven, and there you go.
All right,
Ready
and
to
now
go.
all that's left is the tasting and the judging. Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling good. I'm confident of all my dishes, and we'll see how they like it.
Well, thanks for being one of our first Twin Cities chefs. Well, and now the pressure shifts to our judges. So judges, we'll let you do your tasting, and we'll get right back to you, and we will hear your results. Very exciting. So while we're letting the judges take their time in tasting the food prepared by our two chefs, we are going to take a moment to see about some of the tools that helped them today. Our own chef and judge, Marshall O'Brien, will take us behind the burner.
Okay, we're going to talk now about how Chef Jeremy and Chef Michael are able to utilize these fantastic kitchens to kick out some awesome dishes. Now, starting with the KitchenAid oven, Chef Jeremy was making a souffle, and a big thing for chefs is being able to have a steady heat in and out, whether you're opening it as many times as he was a little concerned that that souffle might flatten, and it certainly did not thanks to this oven. It maintained the heat, and it kept it at a constant temperature, and that's key if you're making things as delicate as that. Now, this oven has a steam assist feature, which is awesome if you want to make roasts and seafood and vegetables. And all you do is put it in your pan, season it, and pop it in there, and you're going to have a nice crisp texture on the outside and a juicy, soft interior, and that's exactly what you want. Now, the great thing about induction is it's almost twice as efficient as gas and electric. If you have kids in the kitchen with you, your induction tops will not get hot unless the pan is on it, and that's a huge safety feature. Now, if you're cooking starchy items such as potatoes or pasta and your pot overflows, it'll clean right up in a snap, no problem at all. Now, Chef Michael relied heavily on the JennAir touch control panel of this top here. This top has the industry's leading ventilation system, this downdraft system, and as you'll notice when you were watching those guys perform, you could actually see them, and thanks to this. The JennAir Culinary Center, from beef to bread, desserts to vegetables, if you want to cook something, this thing will do it all and do it perfectly.
And as promised, some perfect pairings from France 44.
Hi, I'm Erica from France 44. We are delighted to provide some perfect pairings for the Twin Cities chefs' wonderful dishes that they have created. The first one we have picked is for Chef Michael's dishes, a sparkling from California. This has kind of a toasty vanilla quality that will go great with the chicken and the dumplings, and it also has enough acidity for the goat cheese. The second one we've chosen is a unoaked Chardonnay from California. This is going to be bright, clean, fresh, citrusy, and the reason we wouldn't choose an oaked Chardonnay is because the oaky, vanilla, buttery would overpower the dish as well as the goat cheese. And the third we've chosen is actually for all you beer lovers out there. This is a Belgian triple, and it's actually an IPA, so it's a little hoppier. It has also the nice acidity, the nice citrus to it, but also has a little spice, like coriander, a little bit of cloves, things like that, that I think will go very well with the chicken. For Chef Jeremy's dishes, we chose some kind of heavier wines and beer to go with the duck. The first, we have a Pinot Noir from Chile, and this is not as light as some of the French or Oregon Pinots. It has some nice fruit, very rich and silky. The second wine we chose was a Priorat. This is a region in Spain that produces some fantastic wines. This one's going to have a little bit more earth to it, so it'll match the gaminess of the duck and yet still go with the rest of the courses. And the third, again, is a beer. This is a Belgian-style fruit beer. This is a Kriek. It is with black cherries. So the black cherries will match the pomegranate kind of flavors in the first dish, and then also match up to the weight of the duck, and will be very delicious. These are our perfect pairings from France 44. Great job to both chefs, and I wish I could taste them and taste the wines with them.
Now it's time to get the thoughts, feelings, and impressions from our expert panel of judges on Twin Cities Chef. Let's start with Beth. Beth, what did you think about just watching these guys in action?
It's really exciting. They were just going full steam. It was great. And it was really fun to be able to talk to the judges about, okay, now what are we smelling and what's going on? And so it was pretty exciting when everything came up.
And then was the tasting. Brenda, how did that go?
Good. We had a nice time getting to hear, first of all, what Jeremy was making, because, you know, by the time we got through everything of Mike's, you know, we couldn't pay attention to everything going on at once. There's a lot going on, and so we were happy to hear ahead of time what Jeremy had made. And then the tasting was really very interesting. Some better wins and some need tweaking.
Jeff Marshall, what is the biggest challenge of judging all this stuff at one time? How do you separate it? How do you keep it straight?
Well, there's so many variables that go into play, and to see the effort and the focus that we were watching the chefs do, I think when you have it in front of you and then you see all the different tastes and textures, you know, I might be real veggie focused and maybe the plate's different, or I might be into that, and so it's nice to have a real balance of different opinions.
Cool. Well, are we ready to figure out
ready.
who won this competition? Because it was, in fact, a friendly competition. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's start with our first category, Best Dish. Take it away, judges.
Well, I was going to say, I think we all agreed that that the souffle was really remarkable. It was light, the texture was spot on. You could taste just a little bit of lemon. You could taste the goat cheese in there, but it didn't take over the dish. I don't know, you guys?
Score 1 for Chef Jeremy LaFond.
Very nice.
Category number 2, creative use of our special local product. That was the Dane goat cheese. Judges?
Well, we liked the dumpling on the chicken. The chicken was perfectly done. The concept was very good.
Unfortunately, the dumplings didn't cook up properly. And so that was a disappointment. But that was our choice.
That means Chef Mike takes that one. We have a tie, so this will decide our winner today. Category number 3, the all-important presentation.
The best presented dish was the beet salad. So,
Beet salad, that was yours, Chef
Yes.
Jeremy LaFond?
Yes.
That means you win today's competition, but it was a close one, a split decision, everybody. Chef Michael, thank you very much. Gentlemen? So let's review the winners in each category. The best presentation was Chef Jeremy's beet salad with fried goat cheese. The most creative use of the Dane goat cheese was Chef Michael's new take on an old favorite, chicken and dumplings. And the best overall tasting dish today was Chef Jeremy's masterfully created souffle. Here we go, gang. A toast, please.
Toast.
To Twin Cities Chef. Yes, I'll have mine in a bit. I'm still working. We want to thank you all for joining us on what we hope will be an ongoing experience of amazing local talent, wonderful locally produced food, and the products and services that can make you an amazing chef in your own kitchen. And our biggest and most enthusiastic thank you are two chefs, Chef Jeremy LaFond and Chef Michael Vraken. Thanks, you guys, for being such great sports and for inspiring us, which you do, to get into our own kitchens. Well, there you go, everybody. That's Twin Cities Chef, and we'd like to encourage you to go to a local restaurant sometime, maybe this week. And when you shop, shop for local food, because it's definitely important. I'm Stephen Reynolds, and we'll see you next time on Twin Cities Chef. Now I can drink, because I'm all done. Twin Cities Chef is sponsored by All Incorporated, Jen Air and KitchenAid Appliances, France 44, Continental Diamond, and the Wedge Co-op. The preceding has been a production of Partnership Media.